in innovation I want to talk about is the planning. And it's quite often the thing that people think about first, but as we saw, you need to be prepared. The world is changing faster than ever. So it's not just a matter of planning, that going from the funnel to the virtuous circle that I talked about, but also planning for change, planning to be disrupted, planning to be challenged. Because if you don't plan for that, you could end up as the next Pan Am, Blockbusters, BlackBerry, Kodak, Borders, and all the other companies that have gone out of business in the last decade or so. Now, we already saw that the funnel approach is not the ideal way of staying relevant, because you're always starting from internal ideation rather than from consumers. But there are other things you can do to future-proof your organization. You can look at individual levers that you have, and I'm just showing a few here, that instead of just brainstorming on the whole category as we were looking at earlier, you could look at innovating on packaging, on technology, on communications, on the channels you use. But there are so many ways to innovate. I think one of the things that I have noticed over the time is that most companies tend to go for pricing, communications, and branding. And then they might look at packaging and channels. But more and more now, we're seeing that customers are becoming sensitive to the way that products are sourced. Sustainability, ecology, climate change have all made people very sensitive. And then technology has also had a huge impact on not just IT, but on day-to-day living of our consumers. And therefore, we also have to understand, how could technology impact our category or our business going forward? And as I said earlier on, innovation takes time. And even if we're working currently on developing a product to launch in the next year or two, coming up with ideas and concepts to be launched in 3 to 5 years, we also need to be looking at how our business is going to be changing 5 to 10 years from now. And we need to start preparing and planning for what the future holds. Now, it is difficult to predict, but you can still prepare your business, not by following trends, but by developing future scenarios. And that's a topic for a whole new masterclass I'll be doing later on this year. But it does enable you to go beyond the expected next development of your categories and plan for radical changes.